Hello again, peoples. This is a continuation from my Hellevator Strat video. Um, to sort of try and figure out the average time save for the new strats compared to the old one. Um, so what I'm basically going to be doing is to try and replicate the same thing over and over again without literally having to start mission 2 over from the start continuously. Or like constantly quitting the game. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk as close as I can to this door before being stopped. And this is where I'm going to start every time. I'll do it 10 times. I might do it 5 times. Depending on how different the times are, will differ if I do it 5 or 10 times. So yeah. So all my runs are going to start at this bit. I'm going to manually do it all. I'll put time once I press the elevator button. So basically, yeah, so this first strat is just the kind of YOLO strat. We didn't really think about where we went in, we just did. So yeah, at the end I'll average all the times up because of how elevated it can be. Because of how it can be, if the time, because obviously you can get really good clips and really bad clips. So it might be like 2 average times for each strat based on if you get it quick or get it slow. So if you get through it quickly, these are the strats that have performed the best. If it takes your time but you're still getting through fast, then you're still getting through, then we'll do that. And if we have moments where we just can't get through, list that as well, and then we'll do that. Alright, so let's start this shit. Well, To be fair, that last one is actually pretty accurate what can happen in a run. You cannot expect to go through and then be like, shit, I'm going all the way through, and you can just massively fuck it up, even like trying to grab the fucking elevator button. That's like a super realistic thing that can happen in a run, if you're not expecting it. So yeah, got out 10 times for that. So now we'll do the next strat. Right, the next strat. This is the one pretty much thought of by Cold. This is where we'll try and go through the door at the same point as we always do. From like past experience, that's always been the easiest way to get through the door, like the first clip. And then what we'll do is we'll go to the right hand side of the door, drop our flare, and then we'll clip back out and clip back in on the right side, like hugging like the very right of the door. It seems to be way more consistent, and it should be quicker. It should just let us instantly back in. So here is the 10 runs for this strat. Right. Now for the last 10 attempts. And this is the strat where you throw the flare in front of the elevator door. You have to get the flare close for this to work. So it's a bit hit and miss, unless you can always angle your flare perfect, which is very possible. I don't know. But then this allows you to clip through in one go. Just a one clip. So you run up, you throw your flare, you keep moving. You're gonna have to really, or even if you stop for a second, I don't think you'd lose that much. And then just clip straight through. So this is the 10 attempts for this one, and then after this, we'll look at the average. We'll say the average quickest and the average slowest for each strat, and then we'll see which one could potentially be the best strat or the most consistent, and we'll think so. I think we've got our first fail. Yep, that is a fail. 51 seconds, so that would kill the run. That's very surprising that this strat is the only strat to actually kill our run. Right. So we've got all our times. I've written them all down from quickest to slowest. So we'll start the first one. For the first strat, we got 2 5 seconds, 2 11 seconds, a 12 second, 2 14 seconds, 16 seconds, a 21, and a 26 seconds. So how I'm working the averages out if it's in between 3 seconds. So it seems like I don't know, like 2 seconds seemed a bit, 2 seconds is a lot. So I think like 3 seconds, it's a good way to get an average out of a pain in the ass fucking strat. So for the first one, we get in between 11 and 14, we get that 5 times. Out of these 10 runs, we got it 5 times. So the average for this will, in this test, it's 11 to 14 seconds on average. So on average, you should be getting through that to 11 to 14 seconds. So yeah, we got it 5 times. So if this technically was right, every 10 attempts, you would get 11 to 14 seconds to get through. 5 out of 10 times, yeah. Now, this strat. We got a 5, a 7, we got 3 11 seconds, a 12 seconds, 2 13 seconds, a 14 seconds, and a 22 seconds. And I'm keeping any other sort of like millisecond crap out of this because it does not need to be confusing. So this one, the average technically is the same as the old strat. The only difference is with the new strat, I got 11 to 14 seconds 7 times. Because we'll do the 3 in between 3 seconds. But there is a noticeable difference. In the first strat, we only got 2 11 seconds. In this strat, we got 3. Both of them had 1 12 seconds, but then the new strat, I got 2 13 seconds, and then a 14 seconds, whereas the old strat, I only got 2 14 seconds. So, clearly the new strat is better in this scenario. Because we've got it 7 out of 10 times. So overall, that's way better. That's two more attempts that got a. It's a decent time, and there's more likely to give you a faster time, basically. So yeah, I will compare it to the old strat. This new strat is better. It's better consistently. We were so hyped about this new strat. It wasn't because of the time save, really. It was, but it's more about making it consistent at least. And this, from that, it clearly showed that it was consistent. And then this flare throw strat, as you saw, it just didn't. It didn't do anything really. Like it got the most. Like the main thing it did was we got under 10 seconds 4 times. The other 2 strats, we only got under 10 seconds twice. So this strat literally feels like it's a complete hit and miss. I don't even know how to average this because you could technically say that 7 to 8 seconds could be an average, but you only get it 4 out of 10 times. But then you could say that 21 to 23 seconds is an average, and you get that 3 times. Like, you just get like a similar amount of times, and then it's just like 6-second difference, 4-second difference, 3-second difference. Oh, if it's 3-second difference, yeah, it'd be brain. 3-second difference, it'd be 18 to 23 seconds. So this strat's really weird because using this rule, technically you've got 2 averages. You've got a potential of getting 7 to 8 seconds. Four times of four. God, this has killed my brain. You've got 4 chances at getting 7 to 8 seconds out of 10 runs, but then you also have 4 chances to get 18 to 23 seconds every 10 runs. And then you've just got a random 14 seconds. So every now and then you could just get in between 14 seconds to get through. And I also actually missed one out. How the fuck did I miss that one out? Yes, I missed that timeout. There was only 9 there. Yes, we got that 51-second did not finish. Couldn't clip through. The flare placement was clearly wrong and we couldn't get through. So, but that still doesn't change anything because that's just a huge leap. Like if you separate them from the big differences, so we'll say big difference. I guess if our averages is 3, anything 4 seconds plus is going to be a big difference. So big differences. That's not a big difference. That's 2 seconds. You didn't mong. Big difference. Difference. So if we go from that, we can see that in the new strat, there's 3 big differences. So you have the jump from 5 to 11, the jump from 16 to 21, and the jump from 21 to 26. So you've got 3 big differences in the old strat. The new strat, you've only got 2 big differences. That's 7 to 11. And then you got a 14 to 22, which is a huge difference. So you've only got 2 big differences in the second strat. And then in the third strat, you've got the jump to 18 to 14, the jump from 14 to 18, and the jump from 23 to 51. So then again, you've got 3 big differences in timings. So, oh god, dude, my brain was not ready for this today. So the averages, the flare throw strat, I'd have to you would have to just constantly, you'd have to maybe double the times you do it. You may even have to it's so difficult to say. You might even have to just literally do a fresh M1 every time. Like a brand new fresh M1. I didn't do that. The only time I did a fresh M2 was when I changed strat. If I kept everything under the same ruling, so I only reloaded the games the same amount of times. So the second time I did it, I only current saved that once, and so on and so forth. So yeah, overall, the new strat is the best one because it clearly shows that it's just more consistent than the other 2. The flare strat, it's a little hit and miss. You're either going to get a good time or you're not. Simple as that. You might still get through, but you've got a chance to fuck it up. Since the other 2, I didn't. I always got through. And it was always under 30 seconds, and I always got through. The flare strat is the only one that had a did not finish, so I could not clip through it. So yeah. Obviously, this, you can't compare it. This is just kind of nice to look at to try and figure out which one is the best. But I will say in runs, the flare strat I've gotten through straight away. So that was probably like a 7 or an 8 second, and sometimes I haven't gotten in straight away. So that could be like a 18 to 23 seconds one. With the new strat, it's super consistent. I barely had troubles with it. The old strat is a pain in the ass. So yeah. So that's pretty much it. If anybody cared, if you're gonna run any percent, do that new strat. It's consistent. You'll get an average between 11 to 14 seconds, and you've got a tiny chance to get under 10-second clip, which is huge. If you want to risk your runs, where you could be resetting at the Hellevator every single time potentially for maybe like, well, if we go by this logic, every 6 runs you might get really 4 amazing ones. You could do the flare throw strat, which potentially every 10 runs you could get under 10 seconds 4 times. It's like a chunk of consistency potentially. Also check me out. I've been waiting to use this so long. You can also check me out at my Twitch, which is down on the bottom, to see my runs and any other shit that I do. It's mainly just doing runs, but yeah. You can check me out there. That would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.